Welcome to HDTV. You now rocking with your boy, Charles Barkley. Sir Charles. Sir Charles. Kevin Durant is a bus rider, not a bus driver. Charles Barkley mocks KD for his role with Warriors. According to Charles Barkley, Kevin Durant was not the Warriors' hub or most valuable player, and he expressed it by saying he doesn't think of him as a bus driver. Kevin Durant signed with Golden State as a free agent in 2016. His move to the Bay Area changed the power dynamic of the league completely. His first season with the franchise was the stuff of legend. They became the winningest team in playoff history, going on a 16-1 run to the title. This includes a perfect 12-0 record in the Western Conference playoffs. Kevin Durant was not the Warriors' most important player, Barkley. Appearing on the Dan Patrick Show, Chuck said the Warriors' most important spoke of the wheel was Steph Curry and not Durant. Also, he recognized Draymond as the vocal leader of the team. The topic of conversation came to bus riders and bus drivers when Patrick and Chuck began discussing Bill Russell teams. According to Patrick, the Celtics team that won 8 straight titles should give less credit to Bill Russell since he has so many Hall of Famers with him. Charles Barkley says KD has not moved up on his all-time list because he was a bus rider in Golden State. You have to be a bus driver. You can't be a bus rider. Kevin Durant is still a bus rider until he wins one in Brooklyn. But Chuck had a different opinion, saying he didn't count them as they weren't bus drivers. They were bus riders. He went on to use the same analogy with KD. To be on my Mount Rushmore, you have to be a bus driver. You have to be that guy on your team. LeBron is on there because of that. Bill Russell is there because of that. Till KD wins one in Brooklyn, he won't be a bus driver to me. This is despite Kevin Durant's bagging 2 Finals MVP trophies by clear-cut margins during the time with Golden State. His performances in Game 3 of 2017 and 18 NBA Finals sealed the trophies for him. So Charles Barkley speaking up, saying that you need to be a bus driver like LeBronies. A bus driver, eh? So when Kevin Durant was hitting those back-to-back Game 3 winners to help the team win, he was a bus rider, right? No, wait a minute. How about the game he played against the Rockets? When he hit some big shots down the stretch to beat the Rockets, who the Warriors were struggling with, Curry struggled with. What about the season after that he got hurt? Everybody was saying that, oh, this is going to diminish his ring if they win. Then when the Warriors lost without KD, and then you guys want to say, well, Clay got hurt too. But then you guys are going to say if they had KD there, they would have won, which you discredited the Raptors championship like y'all always do. Listen, to me, it's like this. The point of winning is winning a championship. If you were putting up over 25 some points a game on that team, which he was, then you're not a bus driver. A bus rider. A bus rider is somebody like Patrick McCall. LeBron James isn't a bus rider. Never has been his whole career. My problem with LeBron James is when he loses, he blames everybody. And also when he has the ability to pick whoever he wants on his team, and his friend runs an agency where he signs so-called players who either go to LeBron's team or they position them in other places to keep that from interfering with LeBron's title runs. That's the only problem I have with LeBron. His move to Miami was not weak. His move wasn't. He left Cleveland because Cleveland was a city of bums, and it was. But did he carry Cleveland all the time and everything? Some nights did he? Yeah, some nights he did carry him. But you guys make it seem like that his whole team just was trash. And it's like, no, his team was never trash. His team did their job, but when they needed him to close the deal, like Mike did, like Kobe did, like Kevin Durant did with the Warriors, he came up small. And you guys can show me all these game winners and all these numbers. That don't mean ish to me because I watch the games. That those numbers, those numbers and everything don't mean jack if you lose. To me, if you lose and you put up all these points, that's why I would take Kobe's 81 game over Jordan's 60-point game all the time when what he did against the Celtics because he lost. Kobe won. So to me, Charles Barkley, I don't know what this narrative is in the media to keep hating on Kevin Durant. I guess because Kevin Durant doesn't give these guys any love or anything. But to me, you're criticizing him as a bus driver. But what team has LeBron James ever led? He's not the leader on this team. The leader on this team is Rajon Rondo. The best player on the team is Anthony Davis. The Cleveland days with Kyrie and them. Kyrie was the floor general. He was the leader. Richard Jefferson and them talk about how Kyrie would work with them during practice, help them on running the plays, being able to hit shots in clutch situations, putting his team in perfect spots. And when I don't want to hear about no numbers when LeBron is off the court, it's a no. When Kyrie was on the court with those guys would play a real set offense. LeBron James cannot run a set offense. Now, Kevin Durant decided to go to Golden State. Who gives a damn? You tried to go to Houston and you failed. So if you would have won a championship in Houston, would you have gotten praise? Absolutely. You would have got so much praise and love. Nobody would have been calling you that. But all of a sudden, because he went to the Golden State Warriors, a team that he's never played but one time in the playoffs, one time, which I want to compare it to Michael Jordan and the Pistons, which is a lie because Michael Jordan and the Pistons played more games against each other than KD played against the Warriors. The leader of that team, you were like, oh, well, Draymond was the vocal. Yes, Draymond was the vocal leader of the team. We agree. But this is what you people fail to realize. Why did the Warriors pay Jerry West boatloads of money to go recruit Kevin Durant? Why did Steph Curry, Draymond, and them fly all the way out there to go talk to Kevin Durant into coming to Golden State? See, they don't tell you that, but he's weak. To me, the Warriors are weak because if they didn't need him, why would they go get him? You guys don't make any sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. If Kevin Durant was begging and was saying, I want to go here and all that, cool. Kevin Durant was either going to go back to OKC or to Boston. Jerry West, they called Jerry West to come talk to him because when he went to OKC traded Serge Ibaka. They did to him like they did when they traded Harden. OKC screwed themselves. So what Kevin Durant said was, bump it. I'll go back to the table with Jerry West. Jerry West called him in, begging him to give them one more shot. Jerry West closed the deal and got him in Golden State. You guys and fans want to say it's a weak move because he beat LeBrownies. If he wasn't beating LeBrownies, none of you guys would have had a problem with this. None of you guys would have had any issues with this bullshit that y'all keep spewing. So if you're going to criticize Kevin Durant for going to where he did, criticize these football players who go to teams with great players, like Darrelle Revis, who left the Jets, went to Tampa, but then went to New England. I didn't see y'all say that's a weak move. I didn't see y'all say that was a weak move for what's the guy name? For Ray Allen. Y'all didn't criticize Ray Allen when he went to play with LeBron when he was just on the Boston Celtics, who Boston and LeBron have had issues over the years. They're rivals. But y'all didn't have a problem with that. Y'all didn't even have a problem with Rajon Rondo playing with LeBron. Y'all didn't have a problem with that. But Rajon Rondo, but he's not on the level of the Kevin Durant. So what? Doesn't matter. If two guys walk into the store and buy some milk, one guy is probably worth $1 million, the other guy worth $1,000. But if they both take the milk and run with it out the store without paying, that's the same damn thing. Doesn't matter your status, Chuck. You always have these takes where you'll be right about certain things and then you're just flat out wrong. Let's talk about you talking about people making weak moves. Why did you leave Philly to go play for Phoenix? That was a weak move. Phoenix had better talent. Phoenix had better players. They already had a star there in Kevin Johnson. Why did you go to Phoenix, Charles? Oh, it's different. Philadelphia and them, no, it ain't different. You went to a team to upgrade your chances to win a championship. Am I right or wrong? Magic Johnson had stacked teams. James Worthy, they developed him. He became a superstar. Kareem was there already before Magic got there. But you guys don't talk about that with Magic. Y'all give Magic all the credit in the world. Then you guys want to talk about Bill Russell. Oh, because he had all these Hall of Famers. Because he made them Hall of Famers. Bill Russell made them Hall of Famers because Bill Russell decided not to score. He did what Dennis Rodman did. Both of them could score if they wanted to. But they didn't because that would have been detrimental to the team. So would you rather be a guy like Wilt Chamberlain, have all these big stats, or like LeBron, have all these big stats, but you keep losing in finals? Or do you want the guy with the less stats like Russell, Michael, Kobe, who have big time winning percentages in the big games? You guys don't make any sense. You guys keep on tearing up Kevin Durant. Now you guys this year, y'all gonna try to crown LeBron when you guys said that KD couldn't be up for MVP because he was playing with Steph Curry. But LeBron get to play with Anthony Davis. It's different though. That's LeBron. That's LeBronies. That's LeBronies. He could do that. Exactly. Because you guys are double. You guys are hypocrites. All of y'all. All of y'all hypocrites. Germ, aka Cool Beans, hypocrite. Ricky Goldmouth Turner, hypocrite. A. Christopher Moore, hypocrite. The only one of you guys that stays true is Cliff. And he's a LeBron fan. But he's the only real LeBron fan because he calls LeBron on his bullshit. Even with the KD thing, he was like, I ain't see nothing wrong with it. But you other LeBron fans are like, that's a weak move. Exactly. Because LeBron lost. You guys wanted LeBron James to win so goddamn bad. That's all. Y'all just wanted him to win. That's all. If you wanted him to win, I understand. KD got in the way of you winning. I understand wholeheartedly. But Kevin Durant was leading the team in scoring. He was leading the team in scoring. And he was hitting all the big shots. Him and Clay were. Steph would hit a big shot once in a while, but Steph goes cold inexplicably in big games. He just does. Clay hit the big shots as well as KD. Draymond in the last year was slacking. Draymond Green really took a big step back because he was sitting with LeBron, kissing his booty and drinking wine. So he was out of shape. And he should have been traded for the idiocy and the stupidity that he brought to the locker room by trying to make it a fight between him and Kevin Durant. You know damn well Kevin Durant don't fight. But when Tristan Thompson stepped to you, somebody big as you back down, I heard. I heard he popped you in the mouth. And you back down like a little itch. Then you apologize to him. But you the big bad Draymond Green. Man, please, you guys are soft. Charles, you're out of line. You're wrong. And you're wrong about the disrespect, but you're going to say Bill Russell is on Mount Rushmore, but his team had way more Hall of Famers than the team KD was on. KD only went to a team probably with 2 Hall of Famers, which is Clay and Steph. That's it. Bill Russell played with all these other guys, but you're going to call him the bus driver, right? When he didn't lead in scoring on the team. He wasn't the leading scorer. He wasn't the leading assist guy. All he led in was rebounds and blocks, but they didn't record blocks then, but he would have led in blocks and all of that. So again, a bus driver, he was a bus driver in Golden State. Back-to-back finals MVP. And before you bring up that, well, Iguodala deserved that finals MVP because if it wasn't for him, Golden State would have lost that series because Steph played like shit. Draymond was okay, but he wasn't outstanding. Clay was cold as usual. They had Klay Thompson there. What happened to Clay? Went cold like he did in Game 7 of the finals when the Cleveland Cavaliers suspended Draymond Green and they came back 3-1 down. But none of you guys criticized Clay. Even that OKC series when he had a Game 6 where he balled out, Steph Curry was the one who balled out in Game 7 to close the deal. Just like he did against the Houston Rockets to close the deal. But yet, they're supposed to be bus drivers, but they're the ones that went to go get Kevin Durant. Steph Curry and them went to go get Kevin Durant, though. Draymond was begging him to come to the team. But your guy, Draymond Green, is said to make people better, and he's the vocal leader. But where was that leadership then? Why did you need KD? Y'all should have let KD be who he was. I'm just saying. Like, y'all don't make any sense to me. So are we going to keep dissing and discrediting this man who went to Golden State, took the team over, they took his personality, and they won 2 chips with him and lost 1? That was it. And that's because he got hurt. But yet, we'll praise LeBrownies who can go from team to team, stacking the deck, use his friend's influence, Rich Paul, who's in control of Clutch Sports, and they're able to position the league how they want, and they're able to put people on his team, whoever he wants. But Michael Jordan and Kobe couldn't get that same luxury, and they still won most of their finals. Kobe went 5-7, Mike went 6-0. This bum is about to be 4-6, and we're over glorifying him because he puts up all these misleading stats. LeBrownies gets these stats to make idiots like Germ, like Rick Turner, like the rest of you, Christopher Moore, Ricardo Jones, look like idiots. Because when he does this, he's stat padding. His rebounds are high because that's all he does is get defensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds, he probably averages like a 0.5 or something. That's like 1 or less. But you're getting all these rebounds. That's terrible, dog. That doesn't mean you're a great rebounder. Dennis Rodman was a great rebounder because he got a lot of offensive boards as well as defensive boards. Charles Barkley, great rebounder. He got a lot of defensive boards, also a lot of offensive boards. Patrick Ewing as well. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't watch the games. You guys don't understand numbers. Numbers can be skewed and used to make something look great that really isn't great. Like these fake ass numbers the NBA was trying to say they were making in ratings when they really weren't. Now it's showing that the ratings are so in the toilet. The NBA might not survive 2 or 3 seasons if they keep doing it this way, because they're not promoting talent. They keep carrying this bum while sending their little flunkies like Charles Barkley and all these guys out to keep discrediting Kevin Durant, which is killing your league. Because Kevin Durant could have been a guy to push onto the people. But no, you guys wanted to villainize him. But that's cool to villainize him. So while y'all villainize KD, I'm going to keep villainizing LeBronny's lames, a.k.a. LeBronny's blames. I'm going to keep vilifying him because he's made the weakest moves of any superstar in history. Being able to stack his team, being able to trade whoever he wants, trade the team's assets. Then once he trades the team assets, he goes somewhere else and mess their team up. So then after he leaves, the team's going to be trash for 3-4 years, maybe 5, because he was at the helm. But nobody talks about that. Bull crap. Charles Barkley talking about bus rider, not a bus driver. Nigga, you was a bus rider. You went to Houston with Akeem when Akeem used to dog you every playoff series. He used to kill you. The Sonics used to give it to you too. So stop it, man. Get the hell out of here. With all this bus driving there. You should have been a bus driver when you played Michael Jordan. When he busted your ass. You should have had that. You should have been a better leader. Maybe you could have been a bus driver. But you wasn't, because you was too busy criticizing and calling people trash instead of building them up. One thing about Kevin Durant, he made those guys better. Because when he got on the team, the Warriors actually, in their percentages, it went up. Him, Clay, and Steph were averaging in the 20s. When LeBrownies went to Miami or wherever he goes where there's 3 superstars there, including him, the third guy always has the lowest points. You know why? Because LeBrownies runs a 4 out and he hogs the ball. Kevin Durant plays off the ball. He's a true small forward. He's a true small forward. And not only that, he's a great team leader and a great team player. No one's had a problem with him when he was on the team, unlike this LeBrownies guy. LeBrownies has been having teammates come out the woodwork saying that, man, really, man, he played like a little bitch. Like Chalmers said, stop being a bitch and act like a superstar. Like D. Wade said, y'all underachieved. Y'all underachieved. Big time. In Miami. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. And your arrogance has really hurt everybody, especially around you. Now, you basically trying to take everything away from AD. Is AD a bus rider then? Because so far what I've been watching, he's been the bus driver. LeBron ain't never been a bus driver. He's just there when it's good. When everything's good and they're winning, he's cool with it. But when they're losing, he's the biggest loser, the biggest punk there is. When KD is losing, KD's still there with his teammates, bigging them up, telling them, yo, man, we got to do better. KD's still there taking the blame, saying what we got to do. Unlike this punk who y'all overglorify like Barkley does, who says he's a leader, what has he led? Every time this dude, he's been on stacked teams. He's had other superstars there to take the pressure off of him because he shrinks in the closing moments. Now, if he has a big lead, he gonna front run. He gonna play comfortable like, man, it's easy. It's easy. Because he know he has the refs in the league in his pocket. So like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comment section, do you agree with Barkley or not? I disagree with Barkley. I believe he was the bus driver. His numbers, like y'all love to use with LeBrownies, proved otherwise that he was the bus driver. And if you would like to donate to the page, hit the Cash App up. Welcome to HDTV. That's the word welcome, the number 2, then HDIITV. And thank you for listening. We out. Live boy.